up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Life is Cooler with AC. I'm your host, Alex Cunningham. And today, one of my biggest friends, and I mean that physically.
As soon as you said it, that's what I thought.
How you doing, Roderick?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. So I know we were just talking about Still Austin, so that's what we're trying tonight. This was actually, every episode we try a new alcohol.
Okay.
And I know that you don't drink, so Dr. Pepper Zero sugar.
Yeah, that's the way to go for me.
Yeah, see, and that's good. Like, you know, stop drinking, maybe never drink, whatever. I'll ask you.
Yeah, I used to.
Okay.
Yeah, I was. That's why I had to stop. There's 7 kids. That's why I stopped.
That's why. Okay. So we'll see. So this is straight bourbon whiskey. I don't know if it's distilled in Austin, but it's from Austin. It's still Austin. It's 98.4 proof, so it's a pretty hot, little bourbon. It's really good. My wife got it for me for Christmas because I love bourbons. So
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, my problem though is that I'm a lightweight, so I can't drink a whole lot, and then I'm just like, nah, I'm done.
No, that's the way to be. I got to the point I used to drink like a fish. Like
Oh,
I could
really?
put it away.
Yeah.
And would still be high functioning.
Oh, okay.
And nobody would know. Like, hey, I'm heavily buzzed right now. But
Yeah, see, well, that's good because I know a lot of people can't put it down. Like, it's a little bit different, but my aunt who does meth, like, she hasn't been able to, like, she's not high functioning at all.
That's a whole different drink. No, I know some of them people. I lived in the Panhandle of Texas. So
Okay, yes.
I may know her. Okay, yeah.
You might, yeah. Well, that's what's funny. Like, I feel like, especially like meth addicts and stuff. Like my aunt, we're from Indiana, and she's like, yeah, when I was in Texas, when I was in California, when I was in, and it's like name a state, and it's like, what the fuck? How do you get these places? You don't have a car.
Yeah, no, let me tell you something, man. If you want to meet somebody that's seen the country, you meet somebody that's been on meth.
Yo, absolutely.
That had a meth issue because they traveled.
Uh-huh.
And I had a friend, she tell me stories about, on that highway, you got to slow down when you get between this town and this town because the police are real bad there. It's a speed trap. And I was like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
And she told me, so I used to run meth between there. And I was like, and that speed trap is still there to this day. And she knew that from years ago. And I was like, bro.
Yeah, meth addicts, and it's so weird because like they literally, like, if you can get out of their craziness, where like my aunt, she'll lie about like anything. You'd be like, hey Carrie, where were you yesterday? Oh, well, I was in the hospital because my heart stopped 3 times, and you're like, no, you were fucking high. But then she'll tell you this crazy shit. You're like, that's bullshit too. You look it up, nah, that's the real shit.
Yeah, no, they have great stories.
Yeah.
And I know I'm making it sound like I really endorse people doing that. I don't endorse the drug, but I do suggest making friends with one, but not friends where you let them come to your house because your shit will come missing.
Right.
But friends with them where you meet them and listen to their stories.
Right.
They know some things.
Well, yeah, and no, like that's what's good, like especially like with comedy, because you hearing these stories, you can be like, nah, this person, and that's what, like, you've heard my meth aunt jokes, I think, at some point. Yeah, I don't really do them around Texas because they just don't hit super hard
because everybody here knows somebody on meth.
Do they?
That's why look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. This man has some great jokes, but a lot of people in Texas don't want to laugh at it because meth is a huge, especially in the Panhandle.
Okay.
So up there, like once you start playing Amarillo, Lubbock, and all that, everybody knows somebody on meth or lost a loved one to it. So they don't want to laugh. But if you take that joke to Oklahoma,
yeah,
and they know somebody on meth, but they can laugh at it. That means Texas Panhandle is a bunch of bitch-made people.
Well, that's what's so weird because like being from Indiana, like whenever I was just in Indiana a few months ago, I did all my meth jokes. Fucking killed. Like,
yes.
Like they loved it, and like my aunt was in the crowd, and she was like, "Woo!"
Oh my God, I would have loved to see that. That joke's about me.
Yeah, and she was too. And like after the show, people were like, "Was that Aunt Carrie?" And like they went up to and asked her like, "Are you Aunt Carrie?" And she's like, yeah." And like she has no teeth. Like, of course that's Aunt Carrie. Who the fuck else would it be?
Dude.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, like, and she loved it. She had never felt more famous in her life. Like, even after being booked in, like prison where her name was in the news, the paper. Like, no, that night she was like, "I've made it."
But you humanized it,
right?
And that's what she's like. I'm a rock star.
Exactly. Now I'm gonna go get high like a rock star would.
I'm about to go party with Post Malone. Okay, slow down, here.
Okay. Side note: she told me when she was in Atlanta that she partied with Post Malone and Justin Bieber.
No
real,
way.
yeah, she fucking did.
I mean, no, it carried it. I mean, no, it carried it. Bruh, that was a wild guess out there.
No, and she was like, I knew Post Malone when he was recording his first album, and I was like, you clearly have never Googled Post Malone because he moved to L.A. and did all of his shit on fucking SoundCloud or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here. At least Google, like, know if you have a little bit of information before you just start spewing your bullshit.
No, man, they don't. No.
No.
The stories are better when they have, like, no information, man.
Oh, yeah.
But what kills me is, like, I used to have friends up there that were, like, they went off the deep end, and they love drugs.
Uh-huh.
And they would tell me these weird conspiracy theories. And I'd just be listening to them like, you're full of crap. And 3 of those conspiracy theories have come to pass.
Oh, really?
And so I'm kind of like, hey, do y'all know where they are? I mean, like, where is that fool these days? I think they know some stuff.
It's like whenever they say meth is a gateway drug, it's like, yeah, just a gateway to the future. Like, they just know what the fuck's going to happen.
Yeah, because they would say stuff. They were like the Simpsons. They would just be saying this stupid, outlandish stuff, and I'd be like, no, bro, that's full cap. And then all of a sudden, here it is, 2021, I'm minding my business, and I see a story, and I go, wait a minute. Hold up. That was real?
Yeah, I've heard this.
Starting to Google stuff, and I'm looking for pictures where he's in the 60s time travel. He's the guy with the iPhone in the 60s taking the pictures to Kennedy shooting.
Exactly.
I'm like, what?
That's why they made wooden teeth, because all the meth addicts just went back in time and they didn't know how to do real dentures, but they were all toothless.
Yeah.
They're like, we got to fix this.
George Washington was a time traveler. Just
he loved wine, beer, and meth.
He was like, thou shalt not take this from me, Britain.
Well, and he's from Virginia, right? So, I mean, that's kind of
the story
right up.
checks, dude. I'm just saying. If you've been to Virginia, the story checks. Okay.
It all makes sense. And not, like, I've never thought about it, but everybody in West Virginia also is toothless, or just regular Virginia, you know.
Yeah, I was disappointed. We went through there on tour in 21, and I literally was looking at the mountains, and it was so beautiful, and we were taking pictures. And I don't know what happened, but at one point I was just like, somebody's up in this hill banging their cousin.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that popped in my head, but I could not wait to get out of the state after I said it. I was like, we got to get out of here. This it's like the state for us. These are family bangers, right? Here.
Exactly. Well, and like that's what's so crazy, because even like in that part of the country, you're still the wrong color to be in there, and it's 2023. Like, how does that happen?
I was there, and I was just like, we got to get out of these mountains, man.
Yeah,
and I was with white dudes, man, but I was the only black guy on that tour, and I just kept going, you know, these are big white guys, and they're all carrying guns. Like all the comics I toured with were packing heat, but I was still like, we got to get out of these mountains.
You weren't carrying?
I did not.
You did.
I didn't. I'm the only guy that didn't have a piece on me, and we're up in West Virginia in the mountains, and I was just like, and I'm thinking about deliverance, and I'm thinking about all this crazy
getting your squeal practice already.
I'm like, man, they go, I'm going to die running. I'm just running toward, just because they got to kill me as I run toward the highway to jump in front of an 18-wheeler.
They're going to kill me, or I'm going to kill myself.
One of the two. I'm not going out like that. Man, I was like, you're not about to get my booty cheeks, and there's no recording contract on the line. I'm like, get out of here. I'm not doing it.
This isn't just for funsies.
Yeah. You better be Epstein. you better be Harvey Weinstein or Jeffrey Epstein if my booty hole's in danger.
You better have a fucking island for this. Like, no way.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not giving this up for nothing. I'm in the Hateful Nine. I'm going to get a movie role. I better be getting a movie role. That's all I'm saying. I'm not about to do this shit for free.
No, and like that's what's so scary, because my brother used to live in, I think it was called Kingsport, Tennessee, which was the far east side. So like whenever we would drive down from Indiana, if we took like the back road kind of into it, which was faster because like I don't know why, but you would like touch West Virginia, and every time like it was just
clipped that little corner of the state. I know where you were.
Yeah, and it just kind of felt weird.
I had driven through there.
Yeah.
On the tour we did this. So,
okay.
So when we did one of our runs, I drove up to Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
And we went from Colorado all the way over. Like,
gotcha.
we had 4 days to get to South Carolina, and we played Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
That kicked the tour off for us.
Okay, that's
and man,
awesome.
I just remember seeing so much of the country, and I was like, why are we in Illinois? Like, do I not know how America's built? So I'm like getting out maps, and just looking at Google Maps and going, oh, I guess we do go through this. But we went through there. So I know when you said Kingsport, I said, I know what that's at.
So did you take Highway 70 through?
Yeah.
So you went through my hometown, Terre Haute. So that's the last or the first city you would have gotten into after Illinois into Indiana.
3 of my kids live in Terre Haute.
Oh, you know where
yes. 3 of my 7 live in Terre Haute.
Jesus, did you fuck in
No. They moved. Their grandparents moved up there, and they moved there. And I've never done a show. No. I have an ex-wife up there, and I'm just like, that's her state.
Okay.
She gets that whole state. I don't book shows there. I have never done a show in Indiana. That is her state, because I'm scared I'm going to do a show there, and I'm going to look out in the audience, and when I'm telling those jokes about our marriage, I'm going to look and see her just menacingly staring at me, and I'm just like, I got to fight to get to the car tonight.
Now I want to know her name. I want to know if I know her.
I will tell you after the show. I will tell you after this. I'm not quoting that woman's name, because here's the thing. Every time somebody sees her or talks to her, and then they look at me, they go, how? Right. And that's because she was gangster. Like, she was Mexican, but she was so gangster. I used to tell people she's the black person in this relationship.
She fucks me.
Yeah, I don't get to be black in this. I'm not the thug in this relationship. This woman has serious thug issues.
Okay.
And when I first met her, man, she was like, I grew up in the church, and I said, I should have asked, Church of Satan? I should have asked.
Which one?
I didn't ask. It was my own fault for not asking. But yeah, you were too thug to be a woman that grew up in the church, man. Yeah. And then it was just like, and then I started thinking, maybe I break women.
Right.
maybe
I'm the problem.
That's why I say that in the joke. Now I'm on 3 divorces. So now I'm just like, yeah, I'm the problem.
Yep. Maybe I'm the Antichrist. They went to church and then they found me and they went downhill.
I had a lady tell me, one of the ex-wives used to say, oh my God, you're a blessing from God. And I was like, God hates you. If I'm the blessing, God hates you. I cannot be the blessing. You should try Satan. See what the benefits are. Does he have medical and dental? I don't know.
You like it something better than this.
I know 5 guys I could introduce you to better than me. Come on now. What are you doing, lady?
That's funny. Like, it's such a small world. I didn't know that you had any ties to Terre Haute, Indiana.
Terre Haute. Yeah, in fact, I had, there were 4. So the twins, Aaron and Adriana lived there. My son Jared lived there. And my daughter Kiara lived there. Kiara now lives here in Round Rock.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Her and her daughter live with me now.
Okay.
So they've moved down here, but yeah, I know. I'm very familiar with that part. It's weird that I know that part.
So whenever I do a show there and I'm like, Roderick, you want to come to Terre Haute and do a show?
I'm going to be like, hey, bro, that's good. Thank you. No. I appreciate the offer. And my kids are, why don't you ever come to Terre Haute? And I'm like, oh, I never get booked there. I always tell them. I do.
So I've got the Tribune Star over there where I was in the front page for doing this big show. We were building homes for homeless vets and stuff. Yeah. So it was a really big deal. So next time I get on TV, because they interviewed me for the news and everything, I'm going to be like, and coming with me, and I'm going to name drop, and then your kids are going to see it, and then when they're like, Dad, I'm so excited you're coming. Oh, no, I ain't coming there. You got to explain that shit.
Yeah, I can't come. Turns out Texas... I owe some money in Texas. They won't let me travel there.
My parole won't check out.
I've never been arrested. Shh. You don't know that. Is your mom still there? Right. Is your mom on vacation that week?
Did she move to Brazil? Is she doing meth yet?
Yeah. I need your mom. If your mom's on vacation, I'll come for that one show, but I got to leave after that show with a police escort.
Well, that's funny that you said that she's Mexican, because, like, in a town of 60,000 people is all that we have in Terre Haute. Like, there's not a lot of Mexicans there.
Nope. There are not. No. There are not. No, I know this for no, there are not.
We had a Mexican family move into a neighborhood that we used to live in, and everybody's like, what happened? This neighborhood's going to shit. And it's like, okay.
And the first thing they need to know is, how did you vote? That's none of your business.
Right.
But
Exactly.
if you're Mexican and you voted for Trump, you get a pass.
Right.
That's your home. You're their people. But,
Exactly.
but you better not come up in here with no weird ass liberal ideas. Like, I think women should get paid the same as men. Whoa,
Yeah.
fella.
You
Whoa.
know, I'm just gonna go ahead and say probably not. You know? Let's just nip that in the bud and say, nah.
Yeah.
You know, 80 cents I think is good to my dollar.
Yeah,
you know?
man. Like, come on, man. What you doing? Equal? Yeah, no.
It's funny. We had on Wednesday. So you've been to Corky's.
Oh, yes.
Many a time. And we had at the open mic, there was a guy, he was 91 years old. He got up on stage and did jokes, and it was really, it was very humbling to see, and it was very sweet to see, because they were all just, you know, like garage humor. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
two guys walk into a bar type thing. But when he got up there, he said, I just want you to know I'm 91 years old. So in my day, we talked about Mexicans, we talked about the blacks, we talked about the gays. And I was like, these are going to be some fucking great jokes.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this dude's about to go off, okay?
Yeah.
He's about to cook. He's about to cook. Oh, God.
And I was just like, and none of it was aggressive at all. But I was just like, that is so funny that he's like, I'm just going to tell you right up front. Back in, you know, like, I mean, 91 years old. He was born, like, he watched the Nazis fucking storm the world.
Bro, that's how I felt about my grandfather. So I had a grandfather, when he passed, he was 101 years old when he passed. And I remember, like, when he was 106 months, I remember him getting a walker and him saying, oh, I'm starting to have trouble getting around on my own. I'm starting to get old. And I was like, what you mean starting to get?
Right, yeah.
Brother, you were old when I was born. You've been old since I was a kid. You have not aged. I thought you were a vampire. What are you talking about? But one day we were sitting talking about something, and it just hit me that I just went back 100 years, and I started trying to figure out what he had seen.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah, like no cars.
Like,
yeah,
he's
seen
into the
some
store. Stuff. Yeah, like really, like the computers and the cell phones and cable TV.
Yeah.
There were things that I took for granted that he saw that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
And I think about, man, even me, like, I'm going to be 52 this year. And I started thinking about stuff that didn't exist when I was 27. Like, there was no Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat.
Yeah.
There was no Uber. There was no DoorDash.
Yeah.
The internet
no long distance calling.
Oh, God, no. No. You did not do that.
Yeah.
No, bruh, the things I think about, like the phone with the long-ass phone. When we got the long-ass phone cord, so I could sit on the sofa and talk to my girl, yeah, girl, you know.
Right, exactly.
Because you get tired standing up next to the phone, and she wants to talk for 2 hours.
Yeah, because there's no cordless. You didn't have the fucking...
No, man, we didn't get cordless.
Yeah.
That was in the late 80s,
Exactly.
baby. I was spitting game in 78. Y'all don't know me like that. I was in 4th grade.
3 marriages.
Yeah. Hey, what up, baby? 4th grade. I'm spitting hot game. Girl, come on now. I'll let you have my cat-eye marble for the kiss on the cheek, baby. Yeah, I was spitting hot game in 78.
Collecting bottle caps.
Yeah, man. Hey, what's up? Thumping bottle caps on people. Yeah, no, man. I was in a fallout. Okay. That was me. I was in the... Y'all play that game called Fallout. I call that 4th grade. Okay.
I call that life. Wow. Way to kick me while I'm down.
Yeah, came out of the vault and I got a job as a comedian. I had no other skills.
It's so funny because, like, most comedians they're bad at everything, you know? Like,
oh, God, yeah.
Like, everybody's like, oh, well, you've got to be creative, right? Because you're a comedian. That means you're funny, so you're probably, you know, good at this and that. And I'm like, buddy, I'm literally trash at everything.
Oh, I hate when they think I'm good. I've messed up my comedy career because of this. And I'm going to be real. They would always be like, hey, you should get into writing. Bruh, it's hard enough writing these jokes.
Yeah.
You want me to write a script?
Yeah. You want me to write for someone else?
Yeah, a script for a movie. Oh, I'm doing it now at this part of my life. But it was one of those things where, like, when they were giving me those offers, you should get into TV. I don't want to do that. I just want to tell jokes in clubs. I want to be a stand-up comedian.
Right.
I'm going to be a purist. And you know what purists are? Broke as hell. That's what they are. They are broke. Now I'm like, I'll sell my dick on OnlyFans.
Exactly.
You'll just subscribe. I'll spread my booty cheeks. Help. I don't care now. I don't care anymore.
No, my wife and I had the same conversation the other day. I was down in Austin doing Maggie. We were talking about Maggie Mayfield. Oh, yeah. So I was doing her challenge mic on Tuesday. Yeah, so much fun. And when I got off the stage, somebody came up to me and they're like, Alex Cunningham, right? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, we saw you at Domingo's mic, like months ago, and you were super funny. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much, whatever. And so I texted my wife. I said, I just had this experience. She's like, that's great. And I was like, yeah, too bad it doesn't mean anything. And she's like, yeah, it does. It means that somebody thinks you're funny. I was like, yeah, but we still have $11 in our bank account. What the fuck difference does it make now?
Thanks. I appreciate the thinking I'm funny. Could you please put something in my Cash App?
Exactly.
I just want to eat a cheeseburger
I'm
tonight.
so hungry.
Please help me, Jesus.
I can't even afford eggs anymore.
And it's so weird because, man, like I'm having those fan experiences. I had one just this month, and it blew me away. And it was the sweetest, kindest experience I could have. I was out driving Uber.
Okay.
So when I'm in town, and if I'm not on the road, I have trouble sleeping anyway.
Gotcha.
So I just go get in my car and drive to 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I make a lot of money doing it, and nobody knows who I am.
Right.
And so
they can't see you.
Yeah, because I was driving. Well, one time I got in the car, and it's pitch black. It's dark. There's no street lights out. The guy gets in the car, and I go, hey, just want to verify this is the address we're going to. And he goes, yeah. Hey, you're not the same Roderick that goes by Coach at the anime conventions, right? And I was like, yeah, that's me. He was like, oh, my God. They panicked.
That's awesome.
They're just like, oh, my God, I thought it was you. Oh, my God. And so I turned the light on and turned around, and they were like, oh, it's you. It's really you. So I was like, what? He said, I saw you at IkiCon. And he was like, talked about all the panels, and he saw the stand-up comedy show we did. So it was kind of cool. But when I got there, and I'm dropping him off, he goes, can we please take a selfie?
That's awesome.
So I said, yeah, I put the car in park. I go around. We take the selfie. And I saw him going in for the hug. And I'm like, I can't leave this guy stranded. So I grabbed the arm, pulled him in, gave him a hug. You know, the bro hug.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is the greatest night ever. And I was like, yeah, man, hey, you have a good one. And I jumped back in the car, and I was just like, did that really just happen? I got fans?
Yeah. And I'm driving them around?
Yeah, I'm driving my fans around. You see, Kevin Hart, step your game up.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. The Rock driving you around? Why you going to his movies? Come see my show. I'll drive you around.
The Rock's a piece of shit. Okay?
Yeah. You come to my comedy show, I will give you a ride home if you drunk. There's a good chance I'm going to be on the app.
The Rock doesn't care about you, but Roderick loves you.
I will. Like, hey, come on, get in the car.
There's a huge difference, guys.
Yeah, man, my fans. It was cool to see them freak out about me, and I called my youngest daughter and told her she thought it was amazing. And I told my family about that night, and they were just like, "That's awesome," but I was still like, "It's weird."
Yeah,
it's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, because and I love when people come up and they want to take pictures with me, but it's still, to me, I'm not used to the autograph signing yet.
Okay.
I have not gotten used to that. When people ask for my autograph.
Me neither, because no one ever does, so yeah. Yeah, not used to it at all.
Bro, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Well, it's going to happen.
That's what's so funny, because, like, I sell merch and stuff, all the time.
Yes.
But, like, people ask for pictures. They're like, oh, can we get a picture? And I'm like, yeah, hold your shirt up, but nobody's been like, can you sign it? So, I think that's, like, the next level.
No, it's coming. I'm telling you, man, because I did that CD, my last one, Mind Your Business, and because I'm stupid and old, stupid ass, decided, I'm going to make CDs. And and I'm going to do a small print. I'm going to do, like, 300 CDs, right? And I get 300 CDs made, and then I did the CD release party, and we sold.
Awesome.
I recouped all my money.
That's awesome. That's great.
So everything I put into those CDs, I've made it back. I'm now down to like maybe the last 75 of that 300.
Okay.
So what happened was I was kind of going through it, and I'm just looking like, I got all these CDs, and I got to do something with these CDs now. And so as I was kind of looking through the CDs and realizing people that bought them did not own CD players.
Yeah. No.
None of them own CD. They hardly even put CD players in cars.
Yeah.
And so they were buying. There was one guy that bought it, and he was clearly in his 20s. And he said, hey, sign it on the disc. And I was like, he has no intentions of listening to this. He's going to listen to this on Spotify. But he wanted me to autograph
I've got a couple CDs that I buy that are signed by artists that they just go on the wall.
That's it. He just wanted me to autograph it. And I was like, yeah. So I was like, I'm going to write a whole ass message to him on this thing. And I did. And it was a joke specific during the show to him.
Oh, okay.
And so I tagged that joke on there and then I autographed it.
That's great.
That's you, buddy. And so he got that, but it was just kind of this weird thing where I realized I'm never doing CDs again.
Yeah, and that's hard. Like, so with CDs, because I've got, again, Maggie Mayfield. She's got CDs and stuff. She does her music. So I've got one of her CDs, and I'm like, I love the fact that, I have one of her CDs.
Yes.
I literally, like, my 85 Dodge that you saw out in the driveway, I just put a new radio into it. New radios don't have CD players. They're straight Bluetooth. And I'm like, so I don't know, like, I can't even listen to CDs.
No, you got to go find her on Spotify and Bluetooth that. And I have her CD.
Right.
Her and our label mate. So when her CD came out, I said, I got to buy one of those.
Yeah, of course.
And she was like, you don't have to buy it. We're label mates. And I went, I'm going to buy your CD.
Yeah.
People bought mine. I'm going to support you and buy yours. And so, because I want you to recoup your loss.
Exactly.
It's emotional. But yeah, I was like, I told everybody, that may be the last time I ever do CDs.
Yeah.
Like, everybody said, well, you could do a small print of like 100. And just, I said, 100. I sold 100 in a month.
That's good,
the
though.
First month is gone. But I also get a lot of older people in the audience. And then when I'm always doing jokes, I'm always trying to explain to the young people, like, please teach the older people in the audience how to do streaming.
Right.
I need the listens. And these older people were saying, give me a CD. Do you have an 8-track? I'm like,
they don't even press 8 tracks anymore. Like, what are you talking about?
Are you my grandfather? What are you doing?
Well, that's what's so weird, though, because, like, vinyl's coming back, right?
Oh, God, yeah.
And I'm just like, I understand listening to vinyl, it sounds good, but you got to have the fucking house speakers. You got to have the turntable. You've got to have the whole thing. And I'm like, it's so easy to just like click my phone.
Yeah, I grew up with vinyl. And the reason we went to CDs is because we got tired of hearing
Yep.
You know what? These CDs look like mini records, and there's none of that fuzz and pop.
Yeah, it's almost like CD stands for compressed disc.
Yeah, they were like, the technology's great. Everybody's going to this. And then we're going back. You know what? I like it when my music sounds kind of shitty. I'm like, what? What is wrong with you kids?
It's because it's pure. Okay.
This is how they wanted it to sound. No, it's not.
That's the only option they had. Well, that's like, can you imagine, which it might happen, I don't know, but could you imagine if fucking cassettes come back?
Oh, bro. Yeah, no. I can tell you right now they may, because I was looking to do my next album as like USB drives. So you'll get a gig USB drive, but my album and some pictures are going to be on there.
Yeah.
Something weird happened.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what just happened.
That was weird. I saw it. Yeah, I saw that. That was so weird.
Yeah, we're still going.
Yes.
Technical difficulties.
That was a wild one, though.
Yeah.
So what happened was they had these USB drives, and they were like, I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sell USB drives with my next album, and I'll have pictures that are exclusive from this tour.
Yeah,
and we'll put them on there. And then, as I was going through the different USB drives, there's one that's a cassette tape.
Like it's
literally
working.
It looks like a cassette tape case, and when you pop it open, there's a cassette in it, and the cassette folds out to a USB drive. So you plug
that's
it in.
Cool.
And I was like, oh no! So I could do the whole thing and make it look like I'm just doing cassettes again.
Right? Yeah.
But it's a USB drive.
And if you could like even tie that into, because like you said, you talk to kind of older people, like and I know you're human. I've seen your stuff so many times, that like you talk about like what it's like in your life now and things you didn't expect to be. So like if you could tie that into it, and then like, by the way, those cassettes I'm selling and it's like that would be such great
I'm thinking
marketing.
about doing it. I just because the first time I saw it, I said, oh my God, I could bring cassettes cassettes back.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because I always seem to be in out of touch market.
Right.
I'm bringing back 8 tracks. Yeah, I'm gonna do that for my next album.
Well, it's so funny because I've got a '76 Firebird, and I'm rebuilding it, and so I'm in like Firebird forums and all kinds of stuff, And I just saw somebody the other day. They were like, "I've got a '76 Firebird that is perfect. It's still got the original paint, everything on it." And I was like, "That's awesome," And then he was like, "I still listen to 8 tracks." And I'm like, why? Like, of all the things to change the fucking radio.
Yeah. No, he's sitting there trying to play Super Tramp on an 8-track.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, bro,
yeah,
you need to try mushrooms and these things called Bluetooth. Okay, just try it.
Yeah, because 8 tracks are only one song, right?
No, you could get a whole album, but it would
you could?
You could get a whole album, but they were just like, they were clunky, and they would eat. Like, you were guaranteed your 8-track was going to eventually eat one of your 8 tracks.
Gotcha.
And it was just like, why do we have these giant fat blocks?
Right, yeah, that we stick halfway out of the fucking...
Yeah. And then the OJs go, fire. That's all I knew they did. And I was just like, what do we have these for?
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, they were goofy.
Yeah, no,
they were goofy.
I honestly, I didn't mind because do you remember whenever you would use a cassette and like they toured, like CD times, sometimes they had both the CD and the cassette, and you could actually like skip track. Right on the cassette, and it would actually like fast forward it, or you could like rewind it, and it would rewind.
If it had that break in it, it had
to have the break in it. Yes, and or they had where it was like the automatic flipping sides.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah. See,
we talk about this. There's somebody that's going to be too young for this shit, Alex, and they're going to be like, I bet you those dudes were high when they were talking about this. None of that's real. That sounds like cap.
They were hanging out with Aunt Carrie.
Aunt Carrie got me that player, first of all. Don't put some respect on Aunt Carrie's name.
Well, I saw a picture on Facebook the other day, and some kid said, super excited that my new car came with an iPhone holder, and he had shoved his iPhone into the cassette player. And I just like, these kids are totally stupid.
My youngest daughter is 26. In their time, she says things to me, and I just look at her, and I go, I failed. I failed as a father.
Yeah.
What did you say to me? She said something to us the other day. My brother and I were at breakfast with her, and she goes, I've never seen a snake in the wild. We were like, wait a minute, what? And she said, yeah, like out in nature, in the world. I've seen them at the zoo, but I've never seen it out like in person in the wild. And we were like, how? We lived in Louisiana. We lived in Arkansas. We lived in Texas.
Yeah, how have you not seen this?
So then I started thinking about it, and I said, oh, my God, when she was little, she moved. They were in California.
Okay.
And then I think when they were 7 or 8, maybe, I forget when they moved with their mom to Indiana.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, you never saw one in Terre Haute? And she was like, we used to run around and play in cornfields, and I never saw one. And I was like, well, those snakes probably hurt your foot.
Or she's not paying attention. I grew up in Indiana, lived in California, and I spent 10 years in Florida. Like I
saw them in Florida. Yeah.
I've seen snakes in every location we just named, every single one.
I'm gonna tell her. You know what? When this airs, I'm sending her this and saying, hey, "You're dumb."
Yeah. So when I was a kid, I remember because my dad was very. My dad was goofy, like he just, I remember he was cutting grass one time on a riding lawnmower, and he just jumped off, dove into the ground. And I was like, what is happening right now? And he comes up and he wrestled a snake. He saw a snake while he was mowing grass and said, I'm going to fucking do a nosedive on top of the snake to show you, because me and my brother were there. He's like, I wanted to show you boys this snake. So they are out there.
Yeah, she's dumb. That's all that is.
That was just out.
She's living dangerously and don't even know it.
Yeah. Well, it's bad because my wife, we were in Florida, and she went to go get in the car, and she was like, "Is that a snake?" And I was like, "You mean the thing shaking, going?" Rrr? Yeah, that's a fucking rattlesnake. You should probably get in the car. And she's like, "Are you sure?" Like, girl, get in the car. It's like, that's 3 foot from you right now. That's a 6 fucking foot snake.
And it can close that gap in
real fast.
Seconds.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing.
I think it's women.
He could be, man. But my mom knew what they were, and she don't play with them. But my daughters, they're like, what is that?
Yeah.
I got some Louboutins like that. Girl, get your ass.
Yeah, come on.
That's not it's not a snake shoe salesman. Snake's not gonna go. You want these red bottoms? Yeah, no, it's a different kind of snake. Get in the car.
This one will bite.
This one will kill you, and I will have to make up a story about why you died. I'm not coming out to fight the snake for you. I'm just gonna be like, God wanted me to only have 6 kids. I'm sorry.
I go to the Church of Satan.
Yeah, I told your mama to choose the devil. God didn't save you from that snake, and neither did I.
Clearly, God didn't send me to you either.
I'm so sorry. Your legacy will live on in my new set. That's all I'm gonna do.
I'm just gonna tell a joke about you, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah, we are done.
And you said she has kids?
She has 8 kids. That is the one thing she was smart about. She was like, all the other ones were like, oh, I got 2, I got 3. And she was like 1.
So
and this is too much. Oh, yeah, I'm at 11.
Jesus.
11. There's one, one Christmas I sent everybody $10, all the grandkids, but I sent it to 13 because my oldest daughter was dating this guy, and he had 2 boys from his previous marriage.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, you know, if you marry him, that's going to be my grandson.
Right, yeah,
and
for sure.
So I didn't want them to feel left out, so I sent them $10 too. Each one of them got $10. So they know that they have a black grandpa named Grandpa Rod out there, or Papa Rod, that they've never met.
Oh, they're not black?
No, they're white. They're white as hell. No, man, my kids are like a United Nations meeting. So I got... And that's my fault, because my penis was an equal opportunity employer. There's a black wife, Mexican wife, white one. So I have kids that are black and Mexican and black and white. No black and black kids. I don't know. Her and I were smart when we were together. We're like, we're not bringing kids into this world. Yeah, but what happened was, now my kids are now starting to make even more interracial babies. So one of the black and white ones has a black and Mexican baby, and then one of her baby daddies is black, and then one has all black babies. She's the mixed in the relationship.
Right, yeah.
So it's like your kids have a great complexion, like lattes, but you also look like a latte with too much cream in it. So your kids have these great complexions. Then there's some Mexican and whites babies. Then one of my sons is Mexican and black, and he married a black girl, and they have Mexican black babies that all look like him.
Okay.
It's like, that's what happens when Mexican and black people get together. They make Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that's so weird, because my friend, she is like Dominican Republic, so somewhere in there. So the Dominican, a lot of people don't realize there's like half Hispanic, half black.
Yes.
So like there's all kinds of combinations that you can have. So she just had a baby with a white guy, like blonde hair, like blue eye, like super white guy. And I think the baby's a week old, and she just posted pictures, and my wife was like, this baby just looks white. And I was like, yeah, because my friend is just got dark skin, but she doesn't have like Hispanic features, doesn't have black features. She just has like dark skin. So this baby's just gonna have the best fucking complexion ever.
She gave birth to another Patrick Mahomes baby.
Exactly.
That's their Patrick Mahomes. That's all they are.
And I hope that baby grows up to be as successful as Patrick Mahomes.
Same.
Like, I know your mom.
Yeah, I know. That's how I feel about all my grandkids. Like, one of y'all please do something.
Exactly.
Please.
I'm tired of driving Uber.
Yeah, please help Pawpaw out. Just give, like, if you get a show on Disney, let Pawpaw play your grandfather on the show. Please. Let me be on the show.
It's Hannah Montana had her real dad on there. Let me be your real grandpa.
Yeah, just like, your parents died on the show, and your grandpa takes you in it's our adventures of me raising you, and that's a whole show, baby. Come on, help grandpa out.
You could be like the new Fresh Prince, because you kind of look like the uncle.
Oh, yeah, no, everybody always says that I look like Uncle Phil, man, and I would lean into that role, man.
That's what I'm saying. I know your personality, and so you would fit that so well.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you. So I told you before the show recording I did Maggie and Brian's Slide into the DMs podcast. And, it's all about dating in the 21st century and trying to date in this weird time. And at one point, I was dropping so many nuggets about dating and how I date and how weird it is to date on an app and how I won't do the apps. So there were so many things that I kept talking about at one point. He said, "You're my new life coach." They already call you, you're just my new life coach. Just there's some things that is weird. Like I refuse to get on dating apps.
Yeah, which you should.
I totally don't. Everybody's like, "Hey, you should get on them," and no, I'm not going to.
No, I think you should boycott. Like, no way. Like, have real interactions.
Yeah, and I'm doing that because I was telling them like how I had, the meet cute. They always talk about the meet cute in movies. I've had too many of those in real life. Whereas, like, I was at a coffee shop and I met this lovely young black lady. She was a doctor and she was absolutely gorgeous. And when I met her and we started talking and everything was going great. And then at one point during the conversation, I just went, she's too good for me.
Yeah.
I am a whole bag of issues, lady. You know what? It was talking to her is what made me go, I think I'm going to go to therapy. I think I'm going to go to therapy and fix me before I date someone like you.
Yeah, someone who's got their shit together.
Your shit is so together. I quit a good job. Okay, most people wanted the job I had at Electronic Arts. I worked in the video game industry. I was clocking bank. I quit that job to go be a stand-up comedian full time.
Wow.
I'm not the guy you want to date. I'm the guy you have fun with, not the guy you date. You're not dating me seriously.
I'm Mr. Right Now.
Yeah, dude, I'm Mr. Good for 40 minutes. He was fun on a Friday night, and he was my only option that I didn't think would kill me. Yeah, that's me, okay?
40 minutes, 20 catching his breath.
Yeah, just like, I'm going to put it down, baby. Yeah. You going to get yours, and then we going to go get pancakes. That's one thing I hated about the pandemic. My game went away because I'm going to tell you something. This is some advice for every young man out there that watches this. If you want to get a girl, don't text her, "Are you up at 2 a.m.? Text her, "Are you hungry?" Because I promise you, ain't no woman turning down no Whataburger at 2 a.m. You say, "Girl, I'm on some pancakes. You want to go to Whataburger with me?" I got many a woman out the house with pancakes when IHOP was open.
And if you're from Florida, the East Coast, anyway, take her to Waffle House.
Waffle House is the safest place as far as I'm concerned from Atlanta to Florida because all their managers got guns in there.
Exactly.
All packing.
And they know that you're down for some dirty fucking sloppy seconds after Waffle House.
I did some stuff, man.
Yeah, I've got zero standards.
Yeah, I'm going to need an all-American special with grits. They know, he about to date a white girl. They knew.
And he's going to eat your asshole for 25 minutes straight.
Girl, let me see what he get on these eggs. Oh, he put chili on it. Girl, you in trouble. He got it chunked and smothered. Oh, girl, he wrong. I'm telling you.
Now, did you grow up in Texas? Are you originally from Texas?
I was born down in East Texas.
Okay.
Down in like that Lufkin, Nacogdoches part.
Okay, yeah. I've got a friend from Nacogdoches.
Oh shit, this is weird. Yeah. I was born in Lufkin. Grew up. We lived in Nacogdoches till I was 5, and then we moved to New Orleans.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's how I stayed in Louisiana until I graduated high school. And then when we graduated, my parents moved up to Pine Bluff, and I went there for like 3 months, and then I went to the military.
Okay, well, because you've got this really beautiful accent, right?
Everybody hears it. It's such a weird thing, but
it's a weird accent, because it's not like I can tell that it's Southern, but like I can't really tie it to a place, and that's what because like I feel like a lot of times, especially here in Texas, I can tell like, oh, you're from Texas, but yours is more smooth, like it's like jazz, like I would masturbate to it.
Yes, yeah. Then I need somebody that hires voice actors. I'll read erotica. And then he put his hand on the ass. Do it. I just need a job, y'all. Help.
Who's hiring?
Please help. But yeah, no, man, it was, then what happened was when I was 18, I moved to California in the military, and I was out in San Diego for like 6-7 years.
Oh, okay. Did you ever go to Germany?
No.
Wow. See, that sucks because the German girls love black dudes.
So did Canadian women.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I found this out when I didn't go to Canada. My boys came back, man, them Canadian women loved us playing. I was like that old commercial with the Indian when they would litter. I just had a tear running down my face. I was just like, what? I missed out on Canadian coaching.
Yeah, because those are French girls, right?
Yeah, man.
But they're probably hairy.
I don't care. I don't care. Love me. I need some love too. I need a job and some love. Please help.
So if you could get a job doing porn, you'd be fucking set,
bro. You know what? I'd even be the cucked husband in porn right now. I'll just come home and see my wife getting railed by some dude with a wiffle ball. Man, I'm just like, how could you do this to me? Then my tears start, and I was like, loving you. I'd be there too. I don't care. I'm over in the corner crying.
So you're the guy that when R. Kelly was stuck in the closet, you're the guy coming in pissed off.
Oh, no, I'd be the dude. I'd find out that her boyfriend's on the way, and I'd hide in the closet. Now I'm up in the closet watching my wife get railed. I'm thinking, why is he hiding in the closet?
He lives here.
This is his house. Why am I getting turned on? I don't know. Please, Brazzer, give me a job. Help. Please.
He's out here singing for you guys. Please help him.
Man, I'm trying. I'm applying for everything. Y'all, you know, I'm going to tell you what happened. I do all these jokes about trying to find love. I did a show at the Creek in the Cave, and 2 girls came up to me after the show and said, I want you to date my mom. And was showing me here's one's Facebook, and here's the other one's Instagram. And I was like, okay.
Can I do them both at the same time?
I was asking questions. I did talk to one of the ladies one time. I said, hey, your daughter won you a boyfriend at the show. Hi, I'm it. You may want to talk to her to get all the details. She's like, what? I got to check on this. We talked a couple of times, but it was funny. It was just kind of like, but I was just like, yeah, man, I did some jokes, and she was like, I guess she wants you to date.
See, that's sweet, though. Yeah,
it was kind of weird because, man, I was like, I'm just doing jokes. Y'all really heard me be a menace for 30 minutes.
And I'm trying to fuck some young bitches.
I don't. I'm going to be real. I thought I did, but I went out with a young one time, and I was like, I don't even like my kids this much. Why am I hanging with this young-ass girl? I'm going to drop her off at a Dairy Queen. You want some Dairy Queen? You want some ice cream?
Why don't you go in and get it for us? I'll be right here waiting.
Yeah.
Now, so I know that there's some people they're like, I won't date anybody, you know, like that are younger than my kids. Do you kind of have that rule?
I did not, but I wanted to set that rule up after I went on that date.
Yeah.
It was one of those things, man. I just worked around people that were always younger than me, you know, in the video game industry. So sometimes I would be hanging out at parties and I'd meet their friends. Uh-huh. And then I'd be like, girl, I'm old enough to be your dad. And she said, well, my dad was never there. And I said, well, I guess we're dating.
Right. My dad used to choke me. Bitch, me too.
We're about to have a weird tonight. and next thing I know, man, I would just be hanging out with these young girls and I'd be like, giving them advice about dating. So it's like, I'm not even really your boyfriend. I'm really just a surrogate stepfather.
Right, while you're choking on my cock.
Yeah, and I would be like, at one point I was like, I don't even want you to do that. Like, how many times have I talked myself out of coochie? A lot. I was like, I'll be talking to her and just like, you're too vulnerable. You really need to set some standards. I really think you could go back to college. One of the girls I was talking to, man, it literally did go back to school to be a nutritionist.
My life is fucked up.
You got to get this shit together. You're still young. You have dreams. I'm older than you, and I have dreams. She was a wreck, and now she's like working to be a nutritionist, and
that's awesome.
I love it, man.
Yeah, look at you.
And I was like, but man, her booty cheeks were amazing, and I was like, you talked yourself out of that, player. Now she would not sleep with me because she knows you're gonna die. You eat terrible. I am.
I feel bad for because if you work on video games, like I'm sure that you can like play with that clit like a son of a bitch and get those other 2 fucking fingers going.
Boy, let me tell you something. You'll think I'm a DJ.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He said, I'll do both hands, girl.
Yeah, I can tell you, I got this technique with a thumb. And if they like are you really playing that many video games? I'll just show them Steam hurt my feelings 2 weeks ago. Steam said, hey, here's how many hours you spent on games on us for a year. And I was like, that explains it. That's why there was no coochie in this bed. This bed was dry.
Yeah, but that's the open mic, right? You're getting your workout in, getting those fingers loose, baby.
Somebody go catch a blessing. Somebody go get a blessing in 2023. But in 2022, I was at the house on Elder.
But see, that'd be weird. Like back in the day where you were just playing Atari, like then you had to be gay.
Yeah, man,
yeah,
one button. And
yeah, the joystick. You're just like.
Yeah, I did have a guy hit on me one time, but I was like, hey, bro, I'm not gay. And he said, have you ever been with a man? I was like, that's kind of the whole part of being not gay. That's not being with a dude.
How do you know, though?
He hit me with that line. He was like, well, if you've never been with a man, how do you know you wouldn't like it? And I was like, ooh, nigga, that's a gay Jedi mind trick. How do I know I wouldn't? Hold up. So I was like, well, I'd play with my penis, and I like that.
I know how to make myself come in 3 seconds.
Wait, hold on. Let me look at some shit. Let me Google something. I'll be back. I'll answer this when I get to Google. Okay. Google, help.
Google, tell me I'm not gay.
And she said, based on your search history, you're not. But you do like anal milfs.
You might be.
You do like that booty stuff, but they're all 50-year-old women on brazzers. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Bro.
Maybe I'm a little straight. I like my titties to hit the floor. That's all.
I want my balls to bounce against the vagina when I'm in the booty. I want to feel other balls. That's weird.
Right. I like video games, but I don't like Pong, okay?
Yeah. But then I saw this trans porn star one time, and I went, maybe. I'm like, damn, that girl fine as hell.
If I could get past the Adam's apple while it was in the palm of my hand.
I'm just telling you, man. My whole thing is she was fine as hell. And then I was like, this is not a door you should walk through, Roderick. Because that's just, you too old to go on a new journey.
You just sit down and relax.
You got 7 kids. They're about to retire your jersey in this league. You can't start it's like Jordan coming back. I'm gonna go to a new league.
Yeah, but like the WNBA. Like
I'm in a new sport.
Yeah.
I'm a shadow of myself.
It's got the same moves, but the ball's a little different.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, you remember when he was good? No, I don't want to go out like that. I don't want to be that. And then I got a baby throat. I be gagging, brushing my teeth. I can't be working no penis.
Well, yeah, you just got to get the little ones. You just got to do the Asian guys.
Oh, yeah, I can't have the girl be in there coming in dick bigger than mine. I'm going to be like, nope, God hates me. Okay. Maybe God hates me. Well, I'm going to try Satan.
But have you ever sucked on a big clip before?
Oh, yeah. Now, that happened.
See what I mean? And
that happened.
And you get that thumb going at the same time,
Yeah, bro, when she whipped that thing out, I was like, bro,
I'm gonna poke my eye out.
Yeah, that thing
looks like a
you've
little
never
thumb
seen
like
one,
that.
fellas. It'll change you. It'll change how you vote. It'll change. I was like, shit, everybody deserves rights.
What do you flick it like it's just?
I don't know what the. I didn't know what to do.
Is it like whack-a-mole? You slap it down?
I'm trying to do the Konami code on it. Up, down, left, right. Flick, flick, left, right. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, God damn, girl, they gave you a lot.
When you're doing missionary, it's just fucking you in the belly button. You're like, what's
poking
happening?
me in my stomach. Like, turn around. I'm sick of this shit.
Doggy style only for you, girl.
No, you can't be the big spoon. Turn your ass around. Turn your ass around.
It's in my back. I can feel it in my back.
I'm like, I don't want to be rubbing up on you like that. No, girl, get that out my back. You gotta, no. Put a pamper on.
Right. Cover that shit up.
Poking me in my back like that, making me not Christian. Yeah, get the hell out of here. I'm not doing that. Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, man, I apologize for everyone in your viewers.
No, my viewers love this. They're all gonna be like, my clit's big.
Yeah, please inbox me.
Yeah.
At CoachSilky on Instagram. Please send me the photos. I'll tell you, girl, if it was bigger than the one I see.
It's not that big. Oh, fuck, that one's huge.
Yeah, somebody. I'll be like, bro, that's a penis. That's a penis. That's not even a clip. That's a whole penis. Because I did have that happen. I got a dick pic in 2020, and that, bruh, I was like, that's not even a good dick. I hated that was the first words out of my mouth.
No.
I was like, it was like a whole thing. I woke up, I had bad sleep. So I went to bed at like 1 o'clock. I woke up at 5:30, go to the bathroom, and then I couldn't go back to sleep. So I opened my phone, and there was this little penis that looked like this thumbnail. And I was like, oh, that's not even a good one.
Yeah.
And so I was like, then I went to my homepage on Instagram, and I'm looking at it like, what the fuck made them think I was gay? Did I say some gay shit before I went to sleep? I know I took a melatonin. What happened? So then I'm looking at the page trying to figure out what made this guy look at my page and go, I'm going to send him my penis. No good morning, beautiful. No, hey, hope you have a wonderful day. None of that. Just, here's my penis. And then I looked at it, and then I was like, here's what I did. Y'all, honest to God, true story. I went on the internet. I found the meme of Randy Jackson from American Idol saying, that's a no from me, dog. And I sent him that picture. I memed his penis pic. And then I saved his penis pic. Then I sent it to like 5 of my homegirls and said, look at this ridiculous shit in my DMs. And I understood women at that moment. Because, man, when they go in on you, you been going in on. Yeah, that was they roasted this fool like a Thanksgiving turkey. And it was just, I was just writing down all the jokes. Just like, they tore that fool apart. He deleted his profile on Instagram. Wow. I didn't even send him the jokes. All I said was, that's a no for me. He deleted his whole profile.
Dang. See, now, what color was the dick?
He looked like an Italian guy.
So it was like a brown dick.
It was not even brownish. It was just weird. Like, it was pinkish, whitish. It was sad. It was Vienna sausage. It was sad Vienna sausage.
And that's so sad because, like, we all make jokes, you know? Like, like, we all are like, oh, yeah, I've got a huge dick or I got a little dick, you know? But we just have our dick, right? Yeah. So that's all that we know. I don't know what your dick looks like, you know? I mean, maybe by the end of this we'll find out.
Yeah, there's a good chance. Look, I'm looking for a job, okay? Check this out. Can you use me? Any of your shoots? I don't know, man.
Anybody need a rope?
Help! I need a job. Help.
But, you know, so, like, all we know is our own dick, right? Except for, like, what we see in porn, but, like, those are always, like, fucking, you know, like...
Yeah, man, that shit does give us unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And, like, I mean, there's absolutely no way I will ever live up to any of that. But, you know, so, like, we base other dicks off of our dick, right? So, it's weird because it's like, oh, that dick it's curved. Oh, that dick has bumps on it. Oh, that dick's too small. Or, oh, wow, that dick, I'll never fucking be that guy. You know?
Yes.
So like, what makes a good dick? Is it just our dick?
I think we have to use our dick as the base, but our base plus something that we've seen in porn that we go, now that's...
So, like a middle ground.
That we find something that's between that dick that made us cry and then the dick that's ours. Here we go. That one in the middle is the perfect one.
The dick that made us cry because it was too big, and then the dick that made us cry because it was too little.
Here we go. I'm in the middle. That's me. That's my dick.
You nailed it.
But no, it was like so bad, and I just like, what the hell, dude? Then my mind flipped, and I said, oh, he's got to be a bottom. He ain't fucking nobody with that. Why am I thinking about this man's sex life at 5:30 in the morning? I'm like, I put way too much thought to this other person's sex life and penis.
Now, I don't remember. It might have been 2020, so maybe dicks were just going around in 2020. Well, it wasn't a dick. I got an unsolicited asshole picture.
Oh.
Yeah, it was, but you could see nutsack in it, but it wasn't a dick, but it was an asshole.
Yeah.
And he requested a picture of mine. Now, I've got Crohn's disease. My asshole is all fucked up, right? I've got scars around it and stuff.
You're like, you don't want to see that.
Yeah. like if I was even interested and, like, if I was gay and, like, was like, yeah, I still would, like, Google somebody's, like, clean asshole. Like, I still wouldn't send you mine.
I'm not sending you mine. Yeah, but, man, dude, this was one of those when I looked at it. And then I sent it to my homegirls. And I realized the power of women.
Yeah.
God dang. I was like, it made a note to myself. I was like, I've never sent an unsolicited dick pic. And this experience is making sure I never do. Yeah. I'm going to die never sending an unsolicited dick pic because y'all roasted this fool.
Yeah.
And I know they would get my dick and be talking to their friend. It's not that bad, but it's, you know, it's like baby corn. It looks tasty, but it's not going to fill nobody up.
Yeah, we're still waiting for the meat.
Yeah. Ooh, what happened to him? God hates him. He should try Satan. That's what they're saying. I'm like, oh, don't tell me that. Send my joke back to me and hurt my feelings with it, please. Don't.
Now, have you ever thought about using his dick as unsolicited dick? So that way they're like, oh, that's, look at that tiny little dick. And you're like, just kidding. That's not mine. Here's mine, girl. And they're like, oh.
Bro, now I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should have done that. I just felt so bad for him after I sent it and they roasted him. I was like, I'm deleting this. May his penis never be talked about again. Poor baby.
Poor little guy.
I felt so bad for this dude. I was like, his dick is ruined. This dude, if somebody committed suicide in late 2020, it's my fault. If I saw that dude, like if I was going through the internet and I saw like a eulogy for him, I'd be like, oh my God, it's me.
But they'd have to have the picture of the dick so you recognize him.
He said a face. I went and
okay.
saw the face. Like I clicked on the profile to see his face, and I saved a picture of his face and sent the face and the dick to the old girl. I'm a menace, which is what I found out. I'm a petty bitch. So I sent him his face and his dick, and they were like, no, girl. And they were all hitting us stuff like, why does he look like he should be one of the guys on Jersey Shore? He had, they roasted his ass.
That's hilarious.
They went through it. I was just like, I'm never doing this to another
man.
No.
Yep. I don't want anyone else to die.
No man should have to face this line of punishment that I set up for him, because 5 women these were my 5 closest female friends, man. And it was just like they
murdered this.
God almighty.
So does that mean that next time somebody sends you an unsolicited dick pic, you're going to take that shit like a man and not tell anyone?
Bruh, no, because them bitches are mean and they wrote 7 good jokes. I might want the jokes, dog. I might send them a thing like, you might want to block your page. Because I'm about to share this with my homegirls. And these bitches are relentless. Block your page. That's my only warning. Once they get the pic, if your page ain't blocked, what happens, homie. You've been warned. I already gone to your profile and got a picture of your face. Okay,
I'm waiting for your obituary.
Don't kill yourself. People want you to live. If you start feeling depressed, call 1-888. I'm sending suicide prevention up because they're about to roast you, bruh. They're about to go in on you. It was terrible, man. I was like, I should never have done that to this man. But damn, dude, I thought and they said, well, what did you do? And I sent them the meme of, I showed them the meme. I said, they were like, oh, I'm saving this. God damn, how many dicks y'all get? They get way too many. I'm gonna be honest.
I bet.
I don't care how many. Your best female friend gets way too many dick pics.
Yeah.
In a year.
Yeah, so don't be that guy. Don't send another.
Send them if you both gonna laugh at it together. She's gonna make that man commit suicide. That's the only time you should see that penis. Don't make it be yours, dog. Don't let her take you out like that. You got shit to live for, king. Don't do that.
Well, you guys don't know this, but you're gonna know now. We're about to go to a show together.
Yes.
We're gonna go do what is it? Phantom Warrior
Brewing.
Yeah. So I'm super excited, but
It's a great room.
Yeah, it's gonna be phenomenal, and there's a lot of veterans. I think it might be veteran owned and operated.
I think it is. I did it one time with Tyler Fish, who, man, if you know him, he's out of New York. A huge dude, man. He's kicking it right now in the scene. He's killing it. It was the first time I met him was at that show.
Okay.
And I was working with this booking agent back in the day, and he put us on that together. And I picked up Fish, and we drove to the show together. Man, hilarious dude, but we enjoyed the hell out of that room.
That's awesome.
It's a fun room. If this is your first show there?
Yes.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Yeah,
the room's fun.
We're super excited, and so they actually reached out to us because so we're AC Squared Productions.
Yeah.
So we did another show down in Georgetown, and they heard about it through the food truck that was there. Yeah.
Did you go do the food truck thing that's out there in like that field in Georgetown?
No, we have you heard of Barking Armadillo? It's a brewery. Yeah, so they've got this awesome outside area, so with a stage and everything set up.
Oh, nice.
So that's one of our regular venues. So we were there, and whoever the food truck was that night, they were like, "Hey, AC Squared, they put on great comedy shows, so you guys should link up with them." So that they reached out to us, so we're super excited.
That's dope. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff in Georgetown.
Okay, yeah.
Georgetown is like backyard to me, man. That's I recorded my second album at the Barrels and Amps there.
Okay, nice.
And if you haven't played Barrels and Amps, that's the one. Dean Stanfield, Spencer Cavins, they run that room.
Okay,
those are solid dudes, man.
Yeah.
You got to get him. We got to get you hooked.
Yeah,
up.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
Yeah, got to hook you up with those guys. They're great dudes. So.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And so the way that we end this is we pull a question from the icebox.
Okay.
And then we just answer the question. Well, you answer the question.
Okay.
I've answered all these questions.
Let's see what we
You
got.
guys need to ask new questions. All right. So, if you could get away with any crime, what would you do?
Ooh, damn! There's a chance to be creepy here. Any crime? I gotta hit a bank, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta hit not any bank. I'm not gonna hit Education Credit Union. I'm gonna hit a real bank, not a bank even in Killeen. I'm gonna hit a real bank. I want to hit a bank where it's like I gotta at least escape with 5 or 7 million tax.
Right. Yeah, like Bank of America.
Oh, it's gonna be
Chase.
Big branch. Somebody big.
Yeah.
Maybe at Wells Fargo because they're bastards, and so hitting them would give me double joy. It'd be like I got you back. But yeah, I'd hit a bank. I would. Originally, I probably would have said I want to be invisible long enough to just feel Jessica Alba's booty, but that just seems that's rapey. I don't like it. I'm gonna hit if I got Wells Fargo money, I might can pull Jessica Alba. Hey, baby, let me feel your booty. I'm rich.
You ever heard of Uncle Phil?
Yeah, I'm about to feel that booty. Yeah, that'd be me. I'm spitting old school playing game at people with my millions in the bank. Yeah, that's what I think. I'm gonna hit the bank and then I'm gonna be Uncle Phil.
Okay, yeah, I see. I like that, and so I went straight to murder. Right?
What?
Yeah, like if somebody cut me off in traffic, I could fucking just kill them.
Bro, but see, here's the thing, man. I've been that asshole. Just cut people off in traffic, and it wasn't because I was being an asshole. I wanted to cut you off. I'm high. I didn't see your whole ass car. I'm done. Like, where'd that fucking car come from? Did they come out of the Matrix?
I come up to kill you, and you're like, just take $1 million.
Hey, baby, I'm Uncle Phil. Let me feel your booty. You're like,
you look like Jessica Alba.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this dude's weird. I'm gonna let him live. I'm gonna let him live. I'm gonna let him just be a menace to society. Yeah, but dude, it's weird, man. I would have to. I think of the murder thing. Like, there are people that I know. Hey, they deserve to die.
Yeah.
That person. There's some terrible people out there.
For sure.
But they already got Jeffrey Epstein. So I can't get to him. I can't get him. He's already off the board. They taking that piece off the board. So I would have to go hit the bank, be rich, and then I could join the Illuminati. And now I'm one of the terrible people. Right. Would you like an island? I seen what y'all do when you give them the islands, baby.
CoachSilky means something totally different now.
I don't want no island, baby. I just want a penthouse in Manhattan. I don't want no island. You're not going to get me. Just Lane gets out of jail. I'm dating her. I'm like, what? I don't even like this white girl. She ain't got no ass. Nope.
Uncle ain't feeling nothing tonight.
Only thing I feel is depression. Yeah, I don't want her, so.
Well, Roderick, I'm so excited that we got you on.
Yeah, dude, this was so much fun, bro. Yeah,
good. I'm glad I had a blast. Listening to your stories, and so often you get people on here that you have to drive the conversation. I was just trying to keep up.
Bro, I had fun.
Good.
Sometimes I get on these, man, and they do hit me with serious questions, but this is one of those where it's like, oh, we're about to have fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all about fun.
Yeah, and now I know all your listeners in Indiana are going to be like, we got to get him here, and y'all are messy. Okay. Stop it.
Petition. Let's get him there.
Yeah, I'm going to have to set up some stuff. Like 2 lawyers will have to meet, hers and mine, and they will have to discuss. You cannot be within 200 yards of that show.
You get the north side of Terre Haute.
Yeah,
that's where the black
people
can't
go to that show. You go to jail. That one night they gotta lock you up for a night, and I'll do the show. cannot come to my show. The kids can come, but you cannot
But
be
you're
there.
done.
Don't come to this show. She's not a fun person. She's not gonna get any of these jokes. She's gonna be wanting to fight. And I'm just like, I got money now. I can pay somebody to beat you up.
I got hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, I can find somebody to rough you up in Terre Haute for $200 easy. I know Aunt Carrie got some people. Aunt Carrie had my back when I come to Terre Haute.
Aunt Carrie's got more friends than she got teeth. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I need is a toothless woman with a fat booty to help me get out of Terre Haute. And that could be Aunt Carrie. I could be your uncle.
You will be Uncle Phil. Full circle. Goddamn.
I got to get out of here before we get in trouble.
Well, thank you so much, buddy, for being here. And I'm going to tell them your social medias. I'm going to drop the links below.
Oh, yeah. If you want to find me, seriously, I'm on Facebook. Just go to Instagram. Instagram at CoachSilky, CoachSilky, at CoachSilky. I announced the tours there. There's a link tree there. We're getting ready to drop a Patreon.
Okay.
And it's only going to be $5 a month, but it has some of the most infamous sets that I've done that we've never released.
That's awesome.
And the one from Monk's Jazz Club that we just recorded, this insane set where I just went bananas for 37 minutes. We have the video for it, and we're going to drop it on that Patreon. Awesome. So, yeah, if you guys just go find my Instagram and then watch for the announcements.
Perfect.
That'd be the one.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for sticking around with us. And Roderick, thank you, buddy. I really appreciate you being here.
Always. I'll come back, man. Anytime, man. It's been beautiful.
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to you guys getting to see this because this has been so much fucking fun.
Oh, yeah. No, you send me the links. I'm dropping this everywhere.
Absolutely.
Everybody's getting this one.
Well, thanks, buddy. And you guys have a great night.